Nicole and welcome to this morning flow where we're gonna work a bit into the hips and the chest and the shoulders to open them up, and we're gonna start lying flat on our backs with the soles of the feet to touch. So bring your feet together and then come to lie down all the way onto your back, letting the knees drop wide here, and we want to bring the arms above the head and grab for opposite elbow here to already now find an opening through the shoulders, through the arms. And we stay here, start to settle into this pose, gently closing your eyes and feeling into your body, observing how it feels like after a night of sleep. Noticing, is there any tension, any sensation? And start to bring some awareness to your breath, observing how the breath is flowing. And the chances are high that the breath is very much up in the chest, and that it's a short, shallow breath. So start right away to bring a bit more depth to your breathing, taking deeper inhales, bringing the breath all the way down into the belly, and fuller exhales, releasing all the air out. Deep inhale in, feeling the belly rise up a little, and exhale, release all air out. One more deep inhale. And full exhale. Continuing with the deep belly breath, and then flip the grip of your elbows. So opposite elbow on top now, finding the awkward grip and just staying here for a couple more breaths. And throughout our practice, try to stay connected to your breath. So keeping that deep belly breath going, that diaphragmatic breath, one of the best tools to symbolize the body and to communicate to the body that you're being safe, that everything's okay, so that the body can enter this rest and digest mode, a state in which the body does exactly that, digesting, regenerating, recharging. Take one last full deep breath here. And then gently letting go of your elbows, blinking the eyes open and closing the knees like a book. Plant your feet down into the mat and then just let your feet, the knees drop from side to side here, finding internal and external rotation of the hips. Extend your arms into a capital T shape and then just let the knees drop over to the right. If you want to increase the twist, you can bring the right foot on top of your left knee and bring the gaze over the left shoulder. Finding our first gentle twist here, trying to ground down through both shoulder blades. And gently releasing the knee down, and again finding some rocking back side to side from the knees, and then letting them drop over to the left. If you want more, left foot onto the right knee and the gaze goes over the right shoulder. Ground down through your shoulder blades. Deep breaths here. And gently releasing the knee if you had it on the thigh and bringing the knees back to center, touching your heels with your fingertips. So finding that connection. The feet are about hip distance apart, flat in the mat, and we set up for our first bridge pose. Start to press into your feet and send your hips up towards the ceiling. You can shimmy your shoulders closer towards each other. You can even interlace your hands underneath the body. If you do so, make sure that you bring your palms to touch here. Or you can also just leave the palms down and start to find an external rotation of the hips here. So thinking of lifting the pubic bone up, hip bones up, rib cage stays tucked in, lengthening the tailbone down, and finding that connection to our glutes. So we want to find a firing up of the glutes here. That is super important to stabilize every pose in the yoga practice, and also to protect the hamstrings from overstretching. So make sure you always find some activation of the glutes in your yoga practice, and we stay here for 5 more breaths. Lift your hips up and find your deep breath. No dropping of the hips here. Lift your pubic bone a bit higher. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Stay with me. And last one, hips high. And we stay exactly like that, but we add some pulsing of the hips. So with your inhale, just lower your hips a little bit, and with the exhale, lift them up higher. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 10, lowering, exhale, lift. 9, 8, try to move from the hip bones here, so not from the rib cage. 6, lifting higher. 5, 4, 3, I hope you can feel your glutes. 2, and 1. Inhale, lifting a little higher, and exhale. If you have your hands interlaced, release them and lower the spine all the way down into the mat. And then grab the backs of your thighs here, drawing the knees into your chest, maybe rocking a bit from side to side, and then rocking forwards and backwards along the length of your spine until you come all the way up. And we'll go for 1 round of boat pose, walking the feet closer towards you. We're high on the sitting bones here, and then start to lift the feet off the mat, finding an open chest here, and then extending the arms either forward. If you are new to boat pose, you can also keep the hands on the backs of the thighs and really opening the chest here. Otherwise, I want you to lengthen your arms, keeping the heels up high. Open your chest. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhaling 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. And last one. Inhale. And 3. Cross your ankles and roll over the knees, or you can also just move your hips to the side and come to your tabletop. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Hips are above the knees. And we start with some cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly and lift your gaze till the sit bones. Exhale, round your spine, chin to your chest, press the mat away. Inhale to drop the belly and lift the gaze up. Exhale, round your spine. If it feels good for you, you can close your eyes now and connect your breath to the movement. Keep going. Inhale, dropping your belly, find your cow tilt. And with your exhale, rounding through, pressing into the mat. So continue here in your own pace and feel into the full mobility of the spine here. So the full range of motion, going from one opposite to the other. So going into opposite directions, and feel the spine moving. And then the next time that you're in your cow pose, really tilting the sit bones up, keeping the hips over the knees, start to walk your hands to the front of the mat and start to melt the chest down. You can bring the forehead down or come onto your chin. And now try to bring the chest as close to your mat as possible. So maybe you want to shift a little bit further forward, so bringing the hips a bit further over the knees to bring the chest closer to the mat. What I don't want you to do is to be all the way back here. So the hips are not close to the heels, but they are either directly on top of the knees or a little bit further forward. And then breathing into your upper arms here, into the neck, the upper spine. And this is the absolute perfect counter stretch for everything basically that we do throughout the day. So sitting in front of a computer, being on the phone, everything where we have that rounding forward of the chest. So by doing this, we can really release years of tension if we do it regularly. So breathing here, staying for 3 more breaths. You can close your eyes, surrendering to the stretch. Last full inhale. And full exhale. With the next inhale, slide all the way forward. So bring the stomach down, coming forward. The elbows are underneath the shoulders. The legs are hip distance apart, flat in the mat. Palms spread wide. So all 10 fingers spreading super wide here. We're setting up for a Sphinx pose. And from here, dragging the mat back. It's as if you want to slide on your mat. You want to draw yourself further forward, dragging the mat underneath you, and find activation through your legs. So the thighs are engaged, the kneecaps lift off the mat, and the shoulders draw back. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more inhale here. And exhale, release your chest, tuck all 10 toes under, and start to lift the knees off the mat. Setting up for our forearm plank and finding our alignment here. So keeping the hips in line with the shoulders. So no hanging of the hips here and no sticking out of the bum. Trying to stay in one line. Long neck and 3 breaths. Inhale. Full exhale. Feel the whole body engaged here. Inhale in. Exhaling out. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, gently release. The hips back down into the mat, hands underneath the shoulders. And now we want to stay 1 more moment here to find some Cobra Rolls. You can bring the fingertips or the palm flat into the mat, underneath the shoulders. Feet press into the mat, so the backs of the feet press into the mat, long neck, and with the next inhale, start to press into your fingers and lift yourself up. Bring the head up, shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, roll yourself back down. The head rolls down last. Inhale, lifting up. And then lifting the head as last thing. And exhale to roll all the way down. Find that movement here. Inhale, lift up, press into your palms or the fingertips. Open your chest, shoulders back. And exhale, roll down. 2 more. Inhale. Open your chest and exhale. Last Cobra Roll here. Inhale. Lift your upper body up. Open your chest and exhale to come back down into the mat. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders, lifting yourself back up. Back to our tabletop position. Inhale to drop the belly. Find your cow pose. And exhale for cat. Round your spine, stay rounded, stay in your cat pose. Make sure, look at your palms. Are your fingers spread super wide? So all 5 fingers on each hand are spread wide apart. And from here, tuck your toes again and lift your knees just a couple of centimeters off the mat to find some engagement through the core here. Again, 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhaling 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Lift your hips up. Walk your hands, just one hand further forward. And find your first down dog. Bending through the knees here, pedaling out the feet. Finding any movement that feels good here for you. So feeling into your first down dog. And whenever you like, you can come to a moment of stillness here. Glancing at your palms for a moment, making sure that they are shoulder distance apart and the fingers are still spread super wide. Then we look at the feet, making sure the feet are hip distance apart. The heels draw towards the mat, but our priority is on the spine. So finding maximum length in the spine, and you can bend your knees a bit and lift the sit bones even even higher. And then either staying with bent knees, if you feel like the spine is rounding when you straighten them, stay with bent knees. Otherwise you can start to straighten the legs again and find that new length in your spine. One more inhale. And exhale, bring your gaze between the hands, and on your tippy toes start to walk all the way to the top of the mat, bringing the feet hip distance apart, bending into the knees and folding over the legs here. You can grab opposite elbow and gently rocking from side to side. Let the head hang totally heavy here. And there's no need to straighten out the legs. It's really nice, in my opinion, to keep them bent when you're in your forward fold, because then we can find the connection from stomach to thighs, and that releases the lower spine. So there we don't build any new tension in the spine when you stay with the knees bent. And then start to press into your feet and start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting your spine all the way up. Inhale, roll your shoulders back when you arrive at the top. And then bringing the balls of the feet to touch, slight distance between your heels. Inhale, reaching your arms all the way up to the ceiling, palms to touch. And exhale, fold forward again, bend your knees, head down. Inhale, find a halfway lift. You can bring your hands either on your shins or onto the thighs. So whatever gives you more length here. Now we want to straighten the legs and find a super long spine. So no rounding in the spine, coming up as high as you need here too. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, folding forward, bend into your knees. Rising up again, inhale, reaching up, palms to touch, and exhale, hands to heart. We continue from here. Inhale to reach up, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step the right foot all the way back, lowering the right knee into the mat, making sure there is no pain in your right knee. Maybe you want to double up your mat or bring a towel or something underneath the knee if there is any pain. So make sure that it feels comfortable, and from here, lifting the arms up for low lunge Anjaneyasana. And not collapsing into the stretch. We stay active, we draw the right hip forward and the left hip back. It's like a scissoring kind of motion. Arms up, shoulders relaxed. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale here. And exhale, frame the front foot with your hands, tuck the right toes, lifting the right knee off the mat and stepping the left foot back to your high plank. Shoulders are above the wrists. We're high on the tippy toes, hips in line with the shoulders. Inhaling in, exhale, lowering knees, chest and chin down. And from here, untuck your toes and slide forward into your low cobra, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, fold down and make your way back through tabletop to your down dog. Hips up high. With the next inhale, lift your right leg up, finding your three-legged dog, gaze between your hands, and then step the right foot between your hands, lowering the left knee down. Again, making sure there's no pain whatsoever in the left knee, so you can always find that option of doubling up your mat. And then inhale, lift your arms up. No collapsing into the thighs here. Right hip forward, left hip back. Inhale. Full exhale. Shoulders relaxed. Inhaling in. And exhale, framing the front foot with your palms. Come onto the left toes and step the left foot to meet the right at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up. High mountain, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. We go for the other side. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands down and step the left foot this time all the way back. Left knee down. And inhale, we rise up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale. Full exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down, frame the front foot, tuck the left toes and step the right foot all the way back. High plank, inhale here. Exhale, lower knees. Chest and chin, hips stay lifted. Slide forward. Low cobra, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to fold and send your way back through tabletop to your down dog. From here, inhale, lifting the left leg up, gaze between your hands and step the left foot between the palms and we rise up. Low lunge, inhale. Full exhale. Inhale. Exhale, frame the foot, tuck your right toes and step the right foot to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, high mountain. And exhale, hands to heart. Releasing your arms by your sides. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step both feet back to the end of your mat, coming to your high plank. And from here, we lower down into the mat to a count of 5, 4, 3, bend your elbows, 2, and 1, lowering all the way down. And extending the arms in a capital T shape. And from here, start to come onto the left fingertips, bringing them underneath the shoulder and start to roll onto the right hip. So the right ear stays down. And then from here, you can start to bring the left foot behind you. So planting the left foot behind you into the mat. And if you like, you can reach the left arm up and grabbing for opposite palm behind your back if that's accessible for you. Otherwise, you can keep the hand wherever it feels good for you and breathing deeply into that right shoulder. Finding an opening here. If you still want more, you can also start to bring the right foot into the mat. But just go as far as it's possible for you. We do not want to overstretch anything here. We want to be really careful with the shoulders. So find a gentle stretch. Last inhale. And with your exhale, rolling back onto your belly and switching sides, extending the left arm long, coming onto the right fingertips and rolling all the way over to the right side and placing the right foot down and maybe connecting the hands behind your spine or keeping the hand wherever it feels good for you. And breathing deeply, find the option that works best for you. Breathing into the left shoulder. And then gently coming back onto your belly. And from here, pressing yourself back to a seated position, just sitting onto your heels. If that's accessible for you, if it gives you any pain in the feet or in the ankles or the knees, you can just find a cross-legged seat, releasing your hands onto your shins, and we'll do some neck circles, bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder and then dropping the head, the chin towards the chest and over to the left, and dropping your head back and over to the right again. So find your neck circles here, find your own pace, staying in the same direction and feeling the sensations in the neck, feeling the tension, the stretch, and switch sides, rotating the other way. Go at your pace. Stay focused on what you can feel in your neck. And gently coming back through center, bringing your hands in front of your heart. Taking one last full deep breath here. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your feedback or your questions, and I hope I'll see you again soon.